Unapologetic.
I said what I said.
Unrepentant.
When I am assertive, I'm a bitch. When a man is assertive, he's a boss.
And unfiltered.
If you want to say anything, you say I'm real.
I'm Dominique the Diva.
I am the #1 most impactful.
And I'm Chey Parker.
Did not come here to impress you, because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone, and I don't care what you think about me.
And we're not here to offend you. We're here to offend everybody.
You were thinking it. I know, but you said it. I know.
So listen, we're dishing on everything hip-hop,
pop culture, and all the bullshit in between.
So get your panties out a bunch.
And press play if you ain't scared.
To Diva Unfiltered.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Diva Unfiltered podcast. I am your host, Dominique the Diva, and this is my co-host, my very best friend, media personality, entrepreneur, Miss Chey Parker.
Y'all know who it is. Welcome. Thanks for pushing play.
I don't know if that was the first time I really introduced you like that.
Who are you?
I don't know.
I love it though. I like that introduction.
Yes, you're welcome. I couldn't do it without you. We back. We got the vibes going, as you see. We got a different vibe going on.
It's the vibes at Vibe Records. So if you're ever in the Maryland area, make sure you come check them out. They are official podcast home. And I mean, look.
Vibes. I'm talking about vibes. Hey.
Now you listen.
No, we really in here vibing. We vibing. We really on that New York vibe.
We got the hookah today.
Versus.
We got the blue Bel Air.
I don't even really be doing the hookah, but I'm doing the hookah today. It's that type of vibe. We're making it through summer 2021. It's already August, people. What has your summer been looking like? Y'all know how we usually start the show with what you've been going through. But same thing, what's your summer looking like? It's August. How you feel?
Now, I know we talked about this previously, that we didn't feel like we really summered the way that we wanted to summer. Right. And it has a lot to do with COVID, the Delta variant, and all that stuff. However, we had a good, solid 6 weeks of real summering. Yeah, okay. We did a good job.
We started in May, kind of like May.
We
June,
did start in May. We did start in May. So we had an early start.
Okay.
I'm good with how the summer played out.
Summer was good. It's just some few things I'm missing. I am missing a little.
Missed the trip.
I missed the trip.
the trip. Yeah, for sure.
That's it. But it's all right. I got a new car. Yesterday. Woo!
Diva did get a new Benz. It's a baddie and a Benz.
Okay, period.
Listen,
what y'all thought?
It's really just the black queens for me. Always doing what needs to be done. I saw this tweet on Twitter that said black women are the new rich niggas.
Not for real.
And honestly, because I'm not seeing you niggas do none of this. I'm not seeing y'all do none of this. I'm not seeing y'all buy no whips. I'm not seeing y'all start no businesses. I'm not seeing y'all get promotions. I definitely ain't seeing y'all buy no cribs. Okay. Y'all not posting it. That's what they gonna tell
Where
us.
Drake say?
They gonna say
where y'all niggas be at? Where y'all niggas be at? Y'all say y'all be doing all this.
We always
be doing
there.
all
y'all
that.
never there.
We gotta be doing that because I be doing it.
But I'm so proud of you. I told Diva, I was like, it doesn't even seem like you're excited about your new car. Like it's just a thing that we expect. Like, oh yeah, she just
I have been planning on getting a new car for a while now because I'm actually really looking into getting a townhouse now. This is it's crazy because now it's really big girl talk, like big girl panty talk. Like, oh no, I got the car now I'm looking for a townhouse, and it's not just looking for shoes or something in our 20s that we used to.
It's real life. It's real shit happening.
It's real shit happening in the middle of a pandemic. But we're gonna make it a pandemic, period. Okay.
So I think that's been the thing, right? We've been full steam ahead planning for the rest of this year. The holidays are coming up. People are getting married. Folks are having babies. So I definitely feel like the rest of this year is going to fly by.
Yeah, 2022 is on the way. But who's really been motivating me is all of the women that are doing major things. Speaking of that, Chey, because your girl Rihanna is officially a billionaire with a B, with a big B.
She's a billionaire.
What?
Listen, and let's add this little disclaimer, okay? Because, I saw on social media and on Twitter, there was a lot of talk about how, people just shouldn't be billionaires, right? We shouldn't live. Listen, hear me out. We just shouldn't live in a world where there are homeless people in our country. There are people who are hungry. There are folks who are barely making it, working 3 jobs and can't keep a roof over their head, right? Folks getting evicted.
Yeah, that's true.
There just shouldn't be a person who can amass $1 billion. But since we're here, since that's the world that we live in, can we just celebrate black women for just a second? You feel me? I be getting it. I get it, y'all. I really, really do. And I understand the awareness. It's important to be informed, but Rihanna really did get it out the mud. We're not talking about a Kylie who was already rich. We're talking about a little island girl who we didn't even think was going to make it this far.
Replay days.
Who thought that Rihanna was really going to get to this point?
Or be able to show that she's multifaceted and not let people put her in a box. You know, Rihanna, for me, always reinvented herself. Every album, she was coming with a different look, whether she had the shortcut, whether it was Rihanna with the bob, whether she had just left Chris Brown and it was We Go Hard era. Like, that was really fun. And the fact that she came out with a Fenty beauty line and had 40 different shades, and now all of a sudden every other makeup line in the world has 40 different shades. It just shows, like, it doesn't matter how many other people been doing it, what it is that you want to do, still do that shit, because we had Maybelline and LA Girl. What else we have? Like, all the other cosmetic.
That was the crazy part. A lot of companies had these shades before, but they weren't marketing it like Rihanna. They just weren't doing it like Rihanna. And that's a perfect example. Only you can do something like you do it, you know? So I just wanted to celebrate her just for a second. Yeah. Just for a second. The only other person built on the back support people. We know.
The only other person that's richer than Rihanna is Oprah.
It literally.
Okay.
Isn't that both black women?
Okay, period. No, let's not be discouraged here because we are winning things at the Olympics.
Y'all couldn't even give us
a
data.
These bags. Now, we did, I mean, they do have a lot of women on the Forbes list. You know, Kim K has also made a lot of money. Respect to her. Beyonce, I think, $340 million.
Madonna,
Kylie. Madonna and Kylie are actually
Tory Burch
neck and neck. Madonna and Kylie.
Isn't that kind of strange?
Isn't that
what
crazy?
I also thought was interesting?
Kylie
Madonna and Taylor Swift are also neck and neck on that list.
It's also interesting that Madonna is 67 and she has a 27-year-old boyfriend.
Hold on, listen, don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah, but just think about
wait until you turn 67 and
yeah,
see
but
if
me at 67 and when Madonna looks like naked at 67 is two different 67s.
Okay,
let me tell you,
we can only hope.
One's giving very unseasoned.
I love it.
One's giving.
I love it. Look, go ahead with your 27-year-old
defrosted
boyfriend.
Chicken. Okay,
somebody likes it.
Okay, period. So
it's always interesting, like the people on 600 Pound Life when they have like boyfriends and girlfriends, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to talk about nobody because guess who don't have one?
It's somebody for everybody, especially on my 600 Pound Life. They always have a significant other. But yeah, no, shout outs to Madonna and her 27-year-old boyfriend. If everyone wants to act like that's not weird because she's rich, then that's just fine with me. But more importantly,
you think he's after her money?
I don't know. I guess I would be if I was 67. If I was 27.
If you was 27, would you hop on some 67-year-old dick for the millions? For the millions? The millions?
67. Do I have to hop on it?
Well, what else you gonna do? Because he can't.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You know, he's 67.
Some people are secure in the bag.
Not a lot of motion in the ocean, but...
You know what I want to find out more, and I've been meaning to dig, but I haven't had time?
What?
I've been meaning to dig up that story about Brittany Renner. Is her name Brittany Renner?
Okay, yes. We all remember the fitness girl who was like really into fitness on Instagram.
Yeah.
She maybe dated Trey Songz. Can we say
she dated everyone?
She
dated everybody. She dated a lot of
Trey
people.
Songz
Okay.
or something. Shout out to Brittany Renner. You know, no shade. We're just
No, did you hear this story about her and her baby's daddy?
No, I didn't.
She just had a baby.
Okay, I did see that.
She just had a baby, and apparently this young man is like in his early 20s, like 22 years old, and just signed his contract. And they're broken up now.
She got his ass.
$200 million.
That's right, Brittany.
A year.
That's right, bitch.
$200 million. So what they're saying is the fact that he's so young and that she kind of like, you know,
trapped him?
But it was kind of like not grooming, but kind of just like, yay, you're 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this my man.
You're 19. Yay, you're 20. Yay, you're 21. Yay, you're 22. I'm pregnant,
baby.
Wait, yeah, you got drafted. I'm pregnant. And so now allegedly they're like, oh, she, $200 million child support is what the baby is not even it's like maybe 6 months old.
That is insane.
Yeah. I mean, she talked about it in her book, though. She did say, hey, ladies, if you ever need a quick come up, have a baby bipolar. She just did that. I thought you knew that story.
A quick come
I want to do some more digging on that.
A baby is not quick.
No,
that's not a quick come up.
No,
that's a long-term investment.
To me, it's like 2 years of like one with your body changing and you're pregnant, and then two,
Right.
You have to bring the kid home after the hospital. It's that whole other year of transitioning into taking care of a human. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't even really mean to bring her up. I thought you knew that story. I haven't dug in to find more tea. But let's move on. Let's talk about music. Moving on.
Our favorite thing.
So yes, let's talk about music because it's very hard to be a Kanye West fan right now. If you know a Kanye West fan, please just check on a little bit because he has had 2 album listening parties and he has not dropped Donda, which is leaving me.
Where is Donda?
My
Donde
homies is calling it
La album.
Donde estás?
Okay.
Mi friend. We want to know where the album is. What's going on?
Crickets.
My queen would never. My queen, Beyonce, I'm just saying, as an artist, I understand being sensitive. I understand being picky about what you've got, but you have to give the fans what they want. Def Jam is probably just like, what are you doing? Please drop this.
And let's just say, I have to say this, because no one's really been wanting to say it, but I think it's very interesting how soon we forgot. We knew
that was going to happen.
That depiction, that image of Kanye in the Oval Office with that Make America Great Again red hat on. Hugging Trump. And y'all forgot. Did we forget or we don't care?
That's what it is. I was about to say, I don't think people forgot. I don't think
Okay, well, it's time to apologize to Chrisette Michele.
Everybody didn't care. Everybody never cared. Hardcore Kanye fans never really cared.
Y'all get on my fucking nerves.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say that. Y'all really get on my nerves. All that rah-rah, all that canceling.
They don't really care. That's crazy, though. I do understand all sides of this because, I sold my Yeezys. I don't really bang with Kanye like that. But at the same time, I want to hear the music. I want to hear it to see if I like it because music makes you feel things. Music, we know why we love music. So
music
I do want to hear
forgiving.
it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Regardless, I want to hear it. You know what I mean? And I want to hear it to see like how great it sounds. There is one song, No Child Left Behind, that I keep hearing that I really like. He has a lot of features on this album. Him and Jay-Z have now reunited. We might get Watch the Throne again, which is very exciting for Watch the Throne fans.
That is exciting.
So I want to hear it, but let me be honest here. I don't know Kanye personally, and I don't know him enough to like hate him. I don't know him enough to like, I can just decide that I don't want to wear Yeezy stuff because I think he's an idiot. But on the music side, I love to listen to old Kanye, and I think that musically he can do some amazing things. That's because we love Kanye. But as soon as you start talking about the other stuff, it's annoying. But what I'm thinking about in the next like 10 years, how do you think it's going to be listening to music? Because now whenever an artist come on, you can listen to their music, but then I'm sure you could go back in your head and think about a time where they were canceled or some skeletons in their closet that we now know. And it's just like, do you guys ever want to like anybody, or we just want to cancel everybody, and so then we have no one to listen to but Beyonce, who don't fuck with y'all?
You know what I think, and I said this earlier on Twitter, I don't like how in this day and age people act like both things can't be true in certain situations, and I'm just saying that in general. A lot of times both things are true, and shit be so layered that it's very hard to be so black and white, cancel or not, this or that, yay or nay.
Human beings are hypocritical.
We
just are.
for sure. But I'm just like, it's okay to say, hey, like, I don't fuck with a lot of Kanye's views. I don't fuck with a lot of the things that he's done, but he's a musical genius, and I do want to hear the music. I want us to live in a world where saying that is okay.
Yeah, basically.
Even though I do understand sometimes you can't separate the music and the person in some instances.
And the reason why I can't separate it with R. Kelly most times is because
that's a different situation. That is a different
the
thing.
R. Kelly songs that I'm used to hearing or that people love a lot are sexual songs or slow songs.
Or
and
were written about teenage girls.
Now I'm thinking he's singing that to a little. I can't listen to Seems Like You're Ready because now I'm like, oh, what was it? She had a training bra. Now it
I'm
seems
sure
like
if
she's
Kanye
ready.
was rapping about how
Like-
Trump should still be president or how they're
that
best
would not
friends,
fly.
we wouldn't
But he's
fuck with
actually
it.
making gospel music and he's putting a lot of hip hop into different chords and different like just sounds with it, which is pretty cool. But again,
Does
it's
it
gonna
sound
get
like we're
hard.
making excuses for Kanye?
I don't know. I don't care what people think. You know what I mean? Because I might listen to it, but I mean, am I gonna go to a show or y'all gonna see me with Yeezys on? Probably not. But that's just my line. Some people don't care.
Same thing about Rihanna. Is like, okay, you disagree with her being a billionaire, but when she was working up to this, when she was doing this with
that's
Fenty and
always how
everyone's
it
behind
goes.
her and supporting her, and the same people who are saying this wear Fenty foundation.
Or like, I mean,
you
we can
gonna
do
take
that.
it back? Are we taking it
I
back?
asked that question because it just seems like we just want to cancel everybody, and then I'm like, well, who do you guys want to talk to? Because like I feel guilty for listening to Doja Cat. I really like her music, and now I have to think about her in those chat rooms. I don't want to think about that.
She's saying nigga on the music too. We were talking about that. Like, are we cool with her
I like
saying
the
nigga?
song. I don't know. Y'all beat her up. I don't have time.
At this point,
I mean, can we listen to DaBaby? I mean,
I
I
have
don't know.
no more fight in me.
I don't have no more fight. Okay?
I don't.
Can we listen
I
to
don't.
DaBaby? A lot of people are upset at DaBaby, and I understand. And he said some very ignorant things, of course. But then people are upset to see him lose bags at the festivals. Well, isn't that what cancel culture is all about? Don't you guys want to see people lose their livelihoods and their jobs and get fired every time you turn around and cancel them because they said something that was stupid or inappropriate or that you just simply disagree with? Isn't that what cancel culture is?
The real tea is people just always have something to complain about.
And
there are different sides to every story. And again, shit be so layered.
But also, he egged a lot of that shit on. Because from jump, he should have been quiet. Right? And take a week or two off, and then you come back with your humble voice. And you say, guys, I've learned so much in the last 2 weeks, and I've been having conversations with people, and I've learned so many things, and thank you guys for educating me. I'll never say it again. I'm a new man. And that's it.
But you know, DaBaby doesn't give a fuck.
You want to talk about how it's time to be an icon now.
He don't give a fuck.
And you don't give a fuck.
But he's
And
always
that's
had
fine.
that attitude.
You don't have to give a fuck. And people can choose not to do business with you. And people can choose that maybe he might say that on stage at our festival and we don't want him here. Or other reports were saying that he was supposed to give them some type of video that they never got, and it was going to be apologetic to the LGBT community or whatever. But I'm just like...
And listen, this is the thing that I feel like people also need to understand about this whole situation is that businesses, organizations, for example, these festivals do what's in the best interest of their bottom line.
Yeah.
So if their bottom line and their audience is saying, hey, this is not okay. We're not okay with being referred to as this. We're not okay with being degraded like this in this music or on stage by an artist. And they feel like that's going to affect their bottom line. They're going to do what they feel like their audience is going to gravitate to and not reject. We want the audience to accept, not reject. So if we say as black women and as black men that we don't want to hear any more artists calling black women bitches on stage, guess what the festivals are gonna do? They're gonna say you can't get up here and call these women bitches.
We love those songs.
I'm like, you cannot think that these
song.
companies and these organizations
But
are
I love
moral.
that song.
But I love that song.
You know the one where they're degrading me and shooting up of my family and my mom's house? I love that song.
Crazy story. Hellcats and Trackhawks.
Okay.
Rest in peace to King Von. But all I'm saying is, you know, we expect for people to be morally right or to do what we think is morally the right thing to do when that's not how the world we live in works.
Yeah. And I don't even really I really don't care to hear political views from certain rap artists. I'm sorry, guys. Like, even as a person who does interviews,
been telling y'all he don't give a
stop
fuck.
asking them that. I don't need to know how they feel about that shit. I'm not interested in hearing what they have to say about those things, or certain topics, especially political ones, because I don't think that they're going to be enlightening. You know what I mean?
Or informed enough to even really answer that.
We have other people that are actually professionals in that field that actually have more insight on things like that. So stop. And this is what happens when you DaBaby. This is what happens because now he has like organizations inviting him to a conference to learn about HIV. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys are dragging it.
DaBaby, are you going though? Are you going?
Wow. It's a lot.
I will say all that nigga had to say.
All he had to say was,
put your hands in the air if you just don't care. I even got a better one for you.
Hey, look.
Fellas, if you got a little money in your pocket, you ain't no broken, you know what I'm saying? You get into that money, you know what I'm saying? It's all up and it's stuck. You feel me? Put your lighters in the air, put your motherfucking cell phones in the air. Where the fuck did you get? Why are you concerned about them sucking dick in parking lots?
I don't know. Everybody likes their dick sucked in the parking lot. And this is the
Everybody
thing.
likes
this is
their
the thing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you wouldn't get your dick sucked in the parking lot. You've never got. You mean to tell me DaBaby has never got his dick sucked in the parking lot?
Everybody knows that's exciting. All he had to do is say,
do not bash the people who are doing the sucking.
Let's just keep it simple from now on. You know, when you want to get the crowd hyped, just hey, if you came here with the birthday girl, make some noise. Okay, what I'm saying?
If
put
you
your
came
hands
here with
in
your
the
best
air,
friend,
wave them like you just don't care. Make some noise. If you're having a good time, make some noise. We want to keep it very simple. If it's your birthday,
if you smoking weed,
make some noise. If you look better than your ex-boyfriend, new girlfriend, make some noise. We're gonna keep it
so many things. There's so many
simple.
things.
We're gonna keep it simple. DaBaby fucked it up. We just gonna keep it simple. If you having a good time and you happy to be alive, make some noise.
If you've been COVID free this whole time, it was so many things.
Make some noise. We ain't about to get into
me to believe something might have happened in the parking lot before he got there.
Because why did we take it in?
I said nobody at the festival was like, what the hell? What the fuck? What this nigga say?
Now how I get in this?
now how did I get in this?
Somebody in the parking lot thinking, now how did I get in this?
Y'all can see me. Y'all can see me.
Let's move on and talk about more music because are we getting Aaliyah's catalog on streaming platforms? They came out and said, Tidal and Spotify both came out and said August 20th, Aaliyah's music will be available. Now, this is because her uncle, Barry Hankerson, is releasing Black Ground Records 2.0. So he's releasing JoJo's music, some music from Magoo, Aaliyah's records. And so is this finally happening? Because it's like, it was a tease for a while and there's been something going on with her estate. Even her brother reposted something like, you know, look.
And the fans can tell.
The fans can tell there's been a lot going on. But let me tell y'all something at the end of the day. And I didn't know Aaliyah personally, but I loved her just as the next little brown girl. The fans want to hear the music. We don't know what y'all got going on up at the crib. You know, this sounds like some family business.
And don't really care.
And you know, if you over some family house and they getting into it and you just like, dang, I just
that
came.
Don't got nothing to do with me. I just came here
they
for
told me
fish.
it was food. They said it was fish. I came.
Is some more baked beans back there.
You know what I mean? You know, and the family get into it and you're not trying to get in. We just want to hear the music. And if this is finally happening, this will be great for other young artists to come out and know where the hell they got everything from, which was Aaliyah, baby.
Yeah, it's definitely something going on within the family or within the estate. I don't even know if it's necessarily family members.
You want to stream it.
And you know, I would like to believe, again, we didn't know Aaliyah personally, but I would like to believe that she would want her music, her legacy out there, and for her fans to be able to access like the real quality of her music, her entire catalog. And I think that's just unfair for people to be holding it the way that they are.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. We will cross our fingers to see if this really
it's going to be 20
happens.
years since her death at the end of this month. 20 years since we lost Aaliyah. 20 years ago. Everyone remembers where they were, what they were doing. But I remember feeling so guilty because I hadn't bought her new album yet. And I was young. So I was like, oh my God, I didn't buy it. That's what
I did, girl. Yeah. I did.
I wanted to be like her when I grew up so bad.
That album was just, I remember that from my childhood. Aaliyah's album.
The One in a Million album.
TLC Fan Mail.
Yeah.
Those two albums, I remember just being a little girl and having a blast, having a great time, recording music on my cassette tapes.
Yeah.
From the radio.
Music was like,
you know, it was what a time to be alive.
What a time.
But I'm excited because again, you know, a lot of people are sampling Aaliyah's music now.
Well, you know what's crazy is Normandy's camp is saying that she didn't sample at all when you can kind of clearly hear One in a Million on that record she has with Cardi. But
so you either sampled or you copied it.
Well, basically, it sounds like the producer did a very similar drum that Timberland does.
For sure.
They're like, no, it's not sampled. And I'm like, it's pretty much ripped and fondled with, or whatever the case. But yeah, if y'all want to get into some
recreated
Aaliyah,
and remixed.
Let's get into some Aaliyah.
It's a recreated and remixed.
So we're looking forward to that. They say August 20th, Aaliyah's music will be available. So we're still talking about music and headlines, but this doesn't really have to do with music. This has to do with one of the biggest music moguls that we know, Mr. Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Problematic Dre.
Well,
God
Dr.
damn
Dre
it,
is in headlines because his oldest daughter, who is about 38 years old, to my understanding, a mother of 4, let a publication know that she is currently homeless and she's not receiving any help from her hip hop mogul dad, who's worth over $1 billion. She's currently doing DoorDash and living in her car. She says that her children are with friends and family, sleeping on couches, but it's just her trying to make ends meet. She did admit that her dad had been helping her up until like January of 2021, so maybe about 8 months ago, and that she's reached out to him before and reached out to him again this time and haven't heard back from him. What do you think about this, Shay? Because the internet was telling Dr. Dre what he needed to be doing with his money.
Of course, all the time. You know, the internet is going to let you know exactly what you need to do with your life and with your money. So here's the thing. So I got to backtrack a little bit on what I said about billionaires, because here is where the people I was talking about that was saying you shouldn't be a billionaire. Dr. Dre is one of these prime examples, because I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't care if your child is almost 40 years old. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that you can literally be worth $1 billion and you will not help your daughter. I don't give a fuck I don't care what's going on, what is strange or not. I just think that is maddening that you've amassed $1 billion and you are not helping. I'll ask you this. What could Cash ever possibly do in his life? Yeah. That he could be 38 and you could be worth $1 billion and you would have your son living in a car. What could he possibly do, you as a billionaire, to make you say, I'm not going to answer this person's call, I'm not going to help them?
This is the thing.
Nothing. That is my point. There's no way.
I'm not finished. I don't care, child or not. I have a problem giving to ungrateful people. Now, they said that Dr. Dre helped this woman up until 8 months ago. You are 38 years old. You have 4 children. What are you doing?
That is true.
Now, I have a problem with giving to people, and you can give and give and give to mofos, and they don't know what to do with their money. So if he was helping her until she was 38 and it was just 8 months ago that he stopped, what did you do?
How much was you getting and why were you not tucking some away? And why did you not link up with the ex-wife and figure out how you could get in good
with her? He had paid her rent before, had given her a monthly allowance and whatnot up until you were 38 years old. And so I don't like giving to people who are not grateful. I mean, I've given money to homeless people before and almost took it back because I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't say thank you, okay? Say thank you, okay?
And not what you saying. You want to make an egg and cheese croissant.
I know it's a parent and child dynamic, but sometimes even children, sometimes people are not always respectful to their parents. Sometimes people feel entitled to things. Sometimes you give people money and they throw it away and then want you to come back and help and just leech and don't want to do anything for herself. Because if her dad is a billionaire, why you ain't selling lashes?
Or you haven't met anybody who could put, who you could connect with, start a business.
Why you not selling no bundles?
I get it. Listen,
Dr. Dre daughter bundles right here.
I am all for it. I am all for it.
Why she ain't selling chronic? I mean, it's so many things.
Yeah, no, that's facts. But and I've been in situations like that with family where it's like, you work so hard. I'm working my ass off 7 days a week trying to help someone who isn't grateful or who doesn't even really want to help themselves. So I get it. But a billionaire, it's mind-boggling to me that I'm just like, okay, if I had a kid, which I don't have children,
but to me, that's what I'm saying. Money is probably not the issue for him because
I'm like, fuck, my baby girl or my 38, 40 or not, like my baby girl, my baby boy is living out of a car.
Yeah,
it can't even be a situation. And maybe they have had this conversation.
I don't think it's about the money. I don't think it's about the money, and I don't think she's telling the full story. Because what you do know about people who might use you or people that are ungrateful, that they are going to paint themselves as the victim, and they might not tell the whole story. It's just going to be.
It doesn't sound like it's the whole story.
Because
nobody's
going to gossip about the times that you've helped them out. No one's going to gossip about the time that Shay did something great for them. No one's going to. So it's great that you've done great deeds in your life, Shay, but no one's going to talk about that. They're going to talk about the time that you said no. That one time that your ass said no. So I don't think it's about the money for him if he was helping her up until 8 months ago. You did something. Sometimes I don't be mad at the person.
It doesn't sound like the full story either.
motherfucking principal.
Yep.
And that ass can have your ass outside selling DoorDash.
It can definitely have you outside with me. It can definitely have you outside
Everybody got a sad story, boo boo. I'm not the one.
But it didn't sound like the full story either, because it sounded like it did. Like, okay, so what happened though?
What happened?
Why did he just cut you off?
What if she be like,
were you
I bought a house
with the ex-wife?
I don't know. What if he was like, she lost the house that I gave her, everything I give her? Because that also happened with like Kirk Franklin like last year or something. Didn't we hear Kirk Franklin cussing his son out? And they were like, oh, you cussing your son? And he's like, I didn't put that boy through school. I done bought him this, that,
and I love the Lord.
He done crashed the car that I got him. I put him to school. He flunked out. And he did. So I think that this might be a situation where we just don't know the whole story. So of course the internet's going to, and no one talks about this. No one talks about sometimes if you are the person who has more, and shout out to Passport Cuddy because she was talking about this, because people don't talk about this topic. It's very taboo. If you're the person that has more in your family or amongst your friends, when I say have more, like maybe doing well for yourself, maybe you're the one that has the degree, maybe you're the one that has the steady job, maybe you're the one that has a little bit more, you got your little shit together, whatever, and nobody talks about sometimes the sympathy that people won't feel for you because they'll just use those things that you have. Like, oh, you're having a bad day and you're mad at, why are you having a bad day? Look at your job, Shay. Look at what you do. You can't do that. Oh,
listen,
why?
Been there.
People don't have
sure.
sympathy for that person who has more. It's like, oh, but you have it. But if he want to be mad at her because she did some fucked up shit, he can be mad just because he has more. Or same thing. I've had people use that against me, and I'm just like, wait. Or you have to realize because of who you are or the things that you have, you're just not gonna get that. Like, there's been situations where it's just like, okay, I'm just not gonna get that apology because I am who I am, and I'm, even though it's wrong, I gotta eat that, because to whom is much is given, much is required.
Listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Okay, but nobody talks about that. They'd be like, oh, because you have more, so you should just, well, even if you loan somebody something, they was gonna pay you back, they'll be like, Shay, I ain't gotta pay you back, you good.
Two things that I think y'all need to do is stay out of married folks' business and stay out of people's business with they damn kids. Those are the two things. Y'all be in married folks' business and people who got kids' business, and that should just really be beyond me, because why y'all in their business like that?
We be in everybody's business. Okay,
which leads us to accountability.
Oh, who want to do it?
We got to do this, black women.
Oh, are we gonna do it? I don't think Shay, Shay, it's on you.
Black women, let me talk to you real quick. Because, I don't do this on Twitter because I feel like a lot of things, I have opinions on certain things, but I don't necessarily feel the need or feel the importance to always express my opinions all the time on social media, because I just don't need to. But also, I feel like, I'm not gonna talk to my sisters in front of company.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some things we don't discuss in front of company. But listen, black women, we have zero accountability, my niggas.
Like, the guys in the studio,
we have zero.
The guys in the studio are clapping.
When I tell you we have none. Even though some of us try to have a little bit of it. All right,
that's crazy.
You don't gotta do the horns and all the
sound effects, guys.
Relax.
They in here,
right? They over here running around. They got champagne glasses, delicious away from the camera.
We do have to hold ourselves a little bit more accountable, because we feel like the rules should bend for us, but the men, their rules don't get to be bent at all. Right?
And this all stems from, really, we'll just touch on this briefly because we've talked about Kevin Samuels before, but this petition to get Kevin Samuels off of the internet.
Relax.
And this narrative that he only speaks this way to black women, which is not true. If you've seen Kevin Samuels' videos, he speaks very similarly to black men. He actually started dragging the black men, actually. That's how shit started. Y'all just started tagging along once he started talking about the black women.
Because black women don't want to hear women telling them something that they should be doing.
Yeah,
I mentioned that, I did mention once that he does talk about, let's just sum it up real quick. Okay, so he is not a relationship expert. Some people have said he is actually an image consultant, and he does that for men who make a lot of money, who make maybe, the high end six figures, $300K a year plus. And some of those men are women say they want those type of men. So he comes from that, right? So then he's saying, okay, your sexual market value, and he's talking about your body type, because those type of men that he does image consulting like certain type of women. And so he does ask women on there, how much do you weigh? Where do you work? What's your education like? What's going on? And a lot of women get upset at that. But also we know statistics out there that black women are the least women who work out.
Well,
I struggle. We all so we want, you know what I mean? So it's like, and they're like, oh, well, where did you get that from? And it's like, it's based on statistics. We're also the first women dying from heart disease and the first women dying from a lot of other things that we could get into. But
and
like,
also we see y'all walking around big.
No, we do.
We do. Real shit.
So,
let's be real. Let's talk
it's just
about
back
it.
to just accountability and just making sure that we're giving all the things that we're asking for and not getting upset if someone asks us stuff.
I think too, like black women, we all think we're 10s, right? Everybody thinks they're a 10. Everybody thinks they deserve that type of man. Everybody thinks they deserve to be treated like a princess
and
every day.
In that
Some
nice
women
way.
are cheaters and expect to be with a man who is not a cheater. Some women expect to be with a nigga who made $300,000, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, and you're only making $40,000. We've talked about that before.
Oh my goodness.
Black women, and we lit as fuck. We're doing a lot. I'm proud of us. I really am. I'm so proud of us. But I need us to have a little bit more accountability. And listen, I'll take myself as an example because I've had men tell me like, you literally don't think you're wrong. You don't take accountability, which a lot of times I'm not wrong. A lot of times I'm right as fuck, and I feel like I'm right. I feel like I'm right. And even if you right, I'm usually right most of the other time. So like, yeah, but like, nah, I still be right. However, Jesus working on me. I know my truth. I'm 30. I know who I am.
The guys are like, wait a minute, how you always right? Talk about accountability, and she said, "What's up?" But I'm always right.
I know who I am, but I need us all to know who we are, and at least we can be aware, right? Even if we don't take accountability, can we be aware? Because we're really not aware collectively as a unit. We're not aware.
As a unit, we could do better.
I love my sisters, though. I wasn't going to say that in front of company, not on Twitter. Y'all crazy. Not my bitches.
Do you think there's anything else we need to take accountability for? I'm just saying, like, making sure the things that you're asking for, you can give, and that you're exuding that.
I think let's stop putting all the blame on our black men for breaking up black families.
All the blame on them.
We put all the blame on black men for breaking up black families. And that is simply just not true. We play a part.
Yeah.
We play a role in not only the decisions that we make, in the men that we choose, and how we operate in certain situations, how we choose to stay in situations that are not healthy or good for us, let alone good enough for children. We cannot control what other people do, and we know that with our black men. We know our niggas. Like, we know our niggas. We can't control what they do. We can only take accountability for what we do and how we react and how we operate in situations. So if that means
Shay
you gotta
is
go get
preaching now.
If that means you gotta go to the other side.
Ooh, would you go to the other side, Shay? I can't do it. Spoiler alert. Is that what he said? Oh,
I will say this.
Give it a swirl.
I would prefer to be with a black man. I would prefer to raise a black family. That is my goal. That's my ideal. But at the same time, I'm going to keep it 100% funky with y'all. I don't know if it's really working out with y'all.
Really?
And for some black women, I don't really know if it's I don't know. I'm really just being real based on my experiences or how I've seen, other black women's experience. Like, we don't want to give up on black men, but sometimes you just be like, damn, like there is absolutely no way that 6 of these niggas that I've been with over the course of my lifetime have, you know what I'm saying? Or that it's been a pattern. And like, yeah, you can say, oh, it's the woman. It's who she chooses to be with. Is it, or is it just some really prevalent issues in our community and in our society? And is the right answer to go to the other side? Maybe not. But I feel like when black women or even black men choose to do that, I'm not going to say I see why, but I'm also going to say
be about love
who you love.
Love who you love.
Time.
It's about who treats you the way that you want to be treated.
That part.
To be honest, I've never been the type to look at an interracial couple and been like, I think it's great. Do what you want to do. Love who you love, honey. But I do love me a black man.
And I be needing some of our Susans
can't.
And some of our Karens to weed out the
read out the corny ones for me, Susan. But listen,
for us.
I just loves me a black man, honey. I think it's
yeah, y'all got big dicks.
Is that, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. It's the Unfiltered Podcast, Diva Unfiltered Podcast. A good time to reset. Shay Park is feeling the
Nah, that should be crazy.
Nah, for real though. I'm not fucking with it. I don't care how many headaches I don't care. I'm not about to be going through all that with Jake from State Farm.
Let's be real. Y'all will likely never see me with a white man or anything other than a white man. Let's honestly be for real.
Like, get you a little.
I gotta feel it in my gut. Now I don't be knowing if the other ones.
She trying to be down with Jack Harlow.
You gotta hit the back of the pussy.
Is that your type of? Is that your Jack Harlow? Is that your type of?
You gotta hit the back.
All right, not the back of it. OMG. So basically, it's like, I don't care what these niggas put me through. I'm finna stay with one. Is that what it is? Is that what it's giving?
I don't want to say that.
Okay. Well, don't say it out loud then. It might sound bad. Don't say it out loud. It might sound bad. Is that your vibe? Is that the vibe? I don't know. I just loves me a black man.
I do too.
I don't know.
We love y'all. Y'all love us.
This is what I got. This is what I got. The black men in the studio saying, "We love you guys."
Right? They looking at us like, "Don't say no stupid shit. We'll cut this whole camera off. We'll cut this whole shit off. I'll unplug this microphone right now."
It's just nothing like that. Family. It's just nothing like.
It's nothing like
it.
I think also for black women and black men alike. We're very much so a people where we have to be with people who we understand and who understands us. And I just feel like a white man will never really be able to get me, you know? Yeah. And I feel the same way for black men. I'm like, when y'all go meet the family, y'all let me know how it is.
Yeah, no, for real.
Y'all let me know how it is when y'all go meet that girl family.
Those cultural differences do matter, because I dated someone who was like Dominican for a little bit, and it was just different. It's just different. And I'm like,
Was it really? Did you
I don't know, but I don't really do like, I don't do like onions and beans and rice for breakfast. It's really? Too early for breakfast.
Kind of gassy.
I don't like that. I need bacon. All right.
They try to feed you a goddamn taco for breakfast.
No,
nigga,
I want pancakes. The beans and the rice and the
bacon
onions for breakfast.
You know, niggas always make good breakfast.
Jelly.
I need
stuff
toast.
that go with jelly. Bro.
I need toast from the oven. Like, absolutely. But we love our black men. We love our black women. We're just having a little accountability conversation.
That's all. And you know what? I think everyone would do better moving forward if they just do what Issa Rae did and just get married when they feel like it, and just, you know, post them once you guys are married.
I love that. That's my mood, okay?
That's my
it's
style.
Giving Wizard Kelly. You remember from the Proud Family?
Yeah. And the more people seem so entitled to business, the more I don't want to give anyone my business. The more I love to remind people that you don't know me like that. And so people will be like, oh my God, I didn't know this and that. It's because I don't know you.
Yeah, I found it interesting.
You should have known. Did you know? Do you know Issa? You felt you should have known that she was getting married. He wasn't invited, bitch. Someone. She wasn't invited.
Okay.
You don't know her.
You knew after it happened. Exactly. I thought it was interesting that people were like shocked that she got married. I'm like, why are we shocked? Why did we just suspect that she wasn't with anyone or there wasn't anyone in her life?
See it. And because, if you don't see it on social media,
that's the
not
thing with
real.
The culture. If you don't see it, then did it really happen? Is it really real? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think more moving forward, you're just really gonna have to choose like what you want to be and what you want to show on social media. Kind of like how Kylie Jenner said. She was like, look, I decided I just want to be the sexy sex symbol online. She was like, in real life, my friends know I'm silly, I do this, I'm clumsy, I'm that, but online I'm just giving badass bitch pics.
Because that's
people
what
be
y'all
so
like.
mad at Kylie, and I'm like, she don't even talk to y'all until her birthday is coming up and she's dropping a new collection. Literally. She don't fuck with y'all. She's not personable at all. And sometimes taking it too sharing too much of your personal thoughts can get your ass canceled.
That is a fact. But I mean, the good news about being canceled is that it never really lasts long.
You know, unless you're Croissant Michelle. Speaking of canceled, Biden administration is going to extend student loan moratorium until January 2022.
Just fucking cancel it. No one's paying it. No one's paying it.
Listen,
I don't even have them and I'm not paying it.
I graduated 11 years ago. I feel like anything that we had, first of all, somebody on Twitter was like, they had me in a 360 deal at 18. Like, Sally Mae, why did y'all let me sign this? I didn't know what the fuck I was signing. I'm just signing. I'm just trying to go to semester. I'm just trying to get my car with my refund money. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm trying to get the latest Uggs, the long champ bag. You
I'm
feel
just
me?
trying to get that, okay? I'm just trying to go to Target, deck my dorm room out. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
Give me some
and
Bath and
now
Body
here
Works
I am,
candles.
33 years old, and you guys want me to pay what? No, it's not happening. They just know I'm going to cancel it because if the economy has not tanked without being paid that $1 trillion deficit, then I think we're doing pretty good. And so you guys should just cancel it because I don't know if you realize, but millennials want to buy homes, and we kind of can't.
We literally kind of can't.
Student loan situation.
There are more realtors than there are houses available.
Isn't that
right now.
crazy?
That's insane. There are more realtors than there are houses even fucking available.
So should we just buy land?
I mean, you can buy land and you can build on that land, but at the same time, you know, it's definitely a seller's market right now. You know, people who already have homes.
When do you think it's going to be better time to buy a home?
I don't know, but I live by this motto, and then of course a lot of experts will tell you, you know, oh well, it's not going to come down, but so much. But I always have been a firm believer that everything that goes up must come down.
Yeah,
at some point.
Does.
So y'all are not going to tell me that this is the only opportunity I have to buy a house. I'm just not gonna believe that because everything that goes up comes down.
Oh, it's gonna go down.
And when it does, I'll be ready. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Sell the market right now, though.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let y'all have that. Can't even do
for
it.
real.
Can't even do it.
But he needs to cancel those student loans. They also need to do something about these people that's being evicted all over the country.
Now, I don't even think the world is ready, or states are even ready for what's really about to happen, like with these evictions. People are dead ass about to be homeless.
Yeah, and they're supposed to come up with the back rent from 2020 until now. They're supposed to come up with that now, and it's just ridiculous.
How y'all think niggas doing that? How y'all think niggas about to do that?
I don't know. And look, everyone's like, oh, we're going to go in lockdown. No, we're not going to go into lockdown, okay? We're just going to lock all the unvaccinated people out from everywhere they want to go. That's the new knockdown.
I mean, that's exactly what they're
decided.
saying they're going to do. Do you think that that's interesting? I mean, I am not, listen, disclaimer on this, I'm not pro-vaccine, anti-vaccine. That's not even the point of what I'm about to say. What I am getting ready to say, though, is I think it's interesting that everyone talks about the liberties of like doing what you think is best for your own body, doing what you think is best for your family. But then we put these sort of restrictions and constraints in place to damn near make it impossible for people to really make a decision about what's best for them, not based on external factors.
I think that people are saying do what's best for your family, but that's not what they're saying. The government is not saying do what's best for your family. The government is saying get your ass vaccinated. And if you're not going to get your ass vaccinated, then we're going to allow these, then you're not going to be able to do anything. But it's the general public down here on the floor that's saying, hey, do what's best for your family. The government is like, get your ass fucking vaccinated or we're going to shut everything down. Because when they didn't say those things, or, you know, last year, you know, what we're going to do, tell everybody to stay home. We all know everybody going to do what they want to do.
Facts.
We all know that if there was one solution to getting rid of this pandemic, we probably wouldn't get out of it because everyone wants to do what the fuck they want to do.
Facts. And they'll always be like, oh, well, China did this, China did that, this country did this.
Italy is on lockdown right now.
They were also dragging niggas out of their homes in headlocks.
Yeah,
if you were walking out without a mask, or if you thought you were going to the grocery store a minute after curfew, you was getting your ass him the fuck up.
And that's what we don't want.
Like,
I mean, I feel like if Trump was still here and they was doing the military, they had the military out here, they would be pulling up to people's cribs. They have been knocking on people's doors, I heard, to ask about vaccinations and stuff, which I feel like you treading real lightly, knocking on people's door. Get your ass
don't know what people
shot.
got in their house.
Okay,
that is a fact. But I think if Trump was still in office, first of all, you know what the vibe would be? If you haven't figured out how to keep safe from
it would
this
just
virus
be open.
At this point.
Yeah.
At this point, we can't help you.
It would just be open.
The shit the fuck out.
I don't think that they would be saying trying to get people vaccinated. If Trump, it would just be chaos. It was so politicized under him that they would have been like, oh, if you did it, you're the devil. Oh, you're liberal. Right. They would have made it such like not even all that. You know what I mean? But I think people need to understand that we're dealing with something different now. Like we're dealing with the after effect of COVID, which is a new world, a new thing called Delta, which is a bit more.
And who knows if Lambda is going to show up?
Damn, the Lambda. Who fucking knows at this point?
Or Beta, shit.
Honestly, I don't know. Is 2022 going to be better than 2020, 2021? Is it going to be a three-peat?
Who knows? I don't really know.
We're not that far out.
I'm just sort of like, look, shit is so layered, right?
Weird.
It's really layered, and we just need to be prepared. All I know is everybody stay
6 feet the fuck away from me. At all times. I don't care what the CDC says. They switch that shit up every day. But for me and mine, stay the fuck back, honestly. Because y'all is nasty. We wouldn't even still be in this situation. But I would like to say that I do appreciate the work-life balance that is now bestowed upon us since this pandemic.
That's a fact.
I did my radio show live from my couch the other day. And I was just like, wow, I'm real life at home, working from home, even in radio, which is a field that never takes a time off, or, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be live.
I'm so excited to see what the history books will say. Not excited, maybe I would say just interested to see what they'll say about this time, about mental health, about how different, societal perspectives
There was even a drawing
change.
of how different the human body will look if they take too many more years of quarantine. Because think about when you're at home, you don't have a lot of instances to be conscious about your posture for people who have bad posture. So you're likely to have worse posture at home because you're comfortable. And so that human kind of looked kind of like slouch and unfit. And I was like, oh my God.
Gaps in the spine.
We're going to look like the cavemen.
It will be...
No, you guys are going to look like the caveman. I'm going to be hot.
Okay, I'm still going to be a bad bitch. Okay? But it'll definitely be interesting. And I'm just praying for folks. I'm like, whether you're vaccinated or not, I just pray that everyone stays healthy. I think it's very strange to wish certain shit on people like, oh, I hope people who are vaccinated become zombies, or, oh, y'all are going to die if you don't get the vaccine. And I'm like, damn, why we just can't pray for everybody to be healthy? Why we gotta...
I think it's so weird what people worry about when it comes to vaccines. Like, no one cares about what the FDA approves until you talk about vaccine. The FDA approves a lot of things that other countries would not allow in our food. They approve a lot of things that should not be approved. So just because it's FDA approved should not make you feel better.
Yeah, we really shouldn't.
So that argument, I'm just like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's sketchy, but I mean, a lot of shit is sketchy.
All right, a lot of shit is sketchy. A lot of shit that we eat is sketchy.
Because if I keep eating French fries, I don't know what's in what.
Okay, the salt in McDonald's fries is sketchy. I've never tasted other salt like this McDonald's salt. Like, let's be honest here. Okay?
And they definitely have crack in their Sprite. They definitely have crack in their Sprite. I love
the
McDonald's
drugs
Sprite.
They're smoking, the shit they spray on that, just relax. Okay? They have all types of pesticide shit, all types of stuff. So don't worry about it too much, okay?
Oh, fun fact.
Have you ever eaten hot dogs from Sonic or 7-Eleven? Don't worry about what's in the vaccine, all right? Just go get yourself vaxxed, because I'm pretty sure that
Vaxxed and waxed. Fun fact, have you ever realized that, say you drop like a McDonald's French fry in your car, and it will literally look the same 3 years from then when you look at it?
I did that, and I did not eat McDonald's for 2 years. I did the same thing that lady did. Is I bought a cheeseburger and fries. I put it in my room and just watched it get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It never molded. It never smelled. It just
that is actually fucking crazy.
And I did, and it helped me not eat fast food.
I don't trust nothing that don't mold. Not no food.
You shouldn't.
Hell no.
You shouldn't.
Well, they say a lot of times you shouldn't trust women because we bleed.
Oh, well, don't trust us then. Look how far that's got us. Somebody was on the internet and was like, oh, God, the cancel culture. Well, how would you like it if God canceled you after you did something?
Well, thankfully, we're not God.
Somebody was like, the first chapter of the Bible is literally 2 people getting canceled for not listening. And I was like, get me off Twitter.
It is. They got a second chance, but they definitely got canceled the fuck out of that garden. They was gone, out of there, done.
I'm feeling these days much more optimistic about what is to come, even though we're just talking about, we're living through a pandemic, and we realize now we're just going to be living like this because no one can get on one accord. 2022 is coming. August is here. Summer's going to be winding down soon. So it's still a great time to push a little restart button. And I had saw this article about weekend morning mistakes that secretly will screw up your whole week, because technically those 2 days we want to make the most out of them. Like, we want to turn up with our friends, but we also want to stay productive.
I think
so tell me what you think about these days.
A struggle. You have to have a schedule during the week. During the weekend.
The mistake number 1 is sleeping way too late on Saturday morning. I know we like to because that's like the only time I really get to But get your ass up.
I think you should get your ass up on Saturday and do what you need to do so you can at least stay in bed. Say if you're not going to church on Sunday, like till 11, noon o'clock. But we're adults now. Are we really sleeping in past 11:30?
Sleeping in for me is 8:30. Yeah. Number 2, mistake number 2, not hydrating first thing in the morning. Okay, I need to do that.
Drink your fucking water.
Yeah, I will get up and drink coffee.
Keep
I will get up and drink
bottle
coffee.
of water by your bed.
And I keep a bunch of them. And then I will drink water after I drink coffee. But sometimes, make sure you hydrate first thing. Okay. Mistake number 3, not making yourself accountable to someone or something.
So for all you niggas who don't have kids, I'm niggas. I don't have kids. Make yourself accountable for something. I mean, I know for me, it's getting up on the weekends to be on air.
Yeah. How about they also mean make yourself accountable for something like, sign up for yoga, sign up for something that you can do on the weekend or help someone. Oh, I take granny's groceries in every day, or I do this to my yard every Saturday. Some type of accountability where it's a hobby, where there's something you just dedicated yourself to that you do on that weekend. So that's really what they meant by that one, taking accountability for something. Oh, I fold my laundry on Saturdays. This is when I do my laundry. Anything.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that one too. Mistake
Maybe set
4,
an alarm for it too, right?
Yeah, like, it's time to, do a good deed. Mistake number 4, not prepping for the week ahead. Make sure you prep during the weekend for your week. Oh, I never really think about that.
Now, that's really important.
On Sundays, I do, but
on Sundays, I think Saturday mornings are one of the best times because I know for me, I don't typically go out on Fridays. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't because typically I have to be on air on Saturdays. But I feel like Saturday mornings are the perfect time to really think about what your week's going to look like, to grocery shop. Because going into the grocery store on a fucking Sunday, everything's gone. Yeah. Everything's literally gone. So that is a good one. Or at least start thinking about it and putting pen to paper.
Yeah. And mistake number 5, not getting outside on the weekend. Make sure that you get outside on the weekend, especially with this pandemic. You got to make an activity. You got to just do it. I
think especially if you're someone who's working from home, it can get very easy to just stay in the house, be doing your work. You look up and you haven't washed your ass completely in 3 days and you're it's just I know some of y'all are out there doing it. I know some of y'all are working from home and not washing y'all ass in 3 days. I know y'all are. Okay. I know y'all only using mouthwash and not really fully brushing y'all teeth. I know y'all doing that because y'all nasty. I know that. I be coming behind y'all in the bathroom. I know that. I know y'all not doing what y'all really supposed to do. God. So what I'm saying is on the weekends, get up and get outside.
Wash that ass.
I even spread my errands out through the week, so I won't do all my errands in one day. I'll spread them out throughout the week, so that gives me a reason to get out the house and actually get dressed and look like something. Yeah. And drive and just feel the air and the sun. So that's a good one. Get the fuck outside and stop playing.
Well, thank you, Shaylin. Shaylin went in, okay? But that was your 5 weekend morning mistakes that secretly would screw up your whole week. Make sure you get out. Let's do a little quick recap. Mistake 1, don't sleep in too late. Make sure you hydrate first thing in the morning. Make yourself accountable for something or to someone on Saturday, on the weekend. Do something nice for granny. Do something nice. At
least wake up and smoke a blunt.
It can be content. Okay. Or that. Number 4, not prep for the week. Make sure you prep for the week. Okay. Don't go through your weekend and not think about, even if it's just that outfit to that event that you was going to, it doesn't matter.
Even if it's a little meal prep through Wednesday.
And then not getting outside. Make sure you get outside. Get some sun. Working on out. I've been working out outside too, so I can sweat a little bit more.
I love that. Okay. Listen, Diva's been working out on her balcony. I've been here for it.
Just trying to.
It was vibes when we were out there the other
clarity,
weekend.
Peace. I'm really about to go in though. I really think I'm going to go in. So for my birthday in December, we can go somewhere and I can just be naked the whole time. You know what I mean?
I'm for that.
A nude
I'm for
beach.
sure for that.
A nude beach.
Because we had a blast last year.
Yes, we did. And we must do it again. I've been itching to go somewhere. Tazi said he's about to go on vacation. I want to go on vacation somewhere, but I don't.
He can put us in his suitcase. I'm sure he's taking the Louis Duffel, the Dior, the Dior rollaway.
You just already
put us in there. Just put us in there.
I'm trying to go somewhere.
We're definitely gonna get out for sure. Before the year is over, we're gonna do another. I don't know. Is it a girls' trip? Is it giving
I don't care
vacation?
What kind of trip. I need palm trees, and I'm just tired of looking at the clock every day. Like I'm tired of being accountable, having responsibility, and I just need to go somewhere a couple days with there's no time, no money isn't an option, time isn't an option, and I'm just out here.
Yes,
and it's hot, and I'm naked. I need that.
Well, we're wishing everyone a prosperous rest of 2021. An even better week. And listen, let's have some accountability, ladies and gentlemen.
As we
my
wrap
black
this up.
women and my black men, let's have accountability. Me too. Pray for me. Hold me accountable. Listen,
please.
If you see me anywhere and I'm being wrong and judgy, just let me know. Shay, have some accountability. I'm probably gonna cuss you out and tell you I'm right.
Don't say shit to me.
But,
all right.
But, check me.
Well, thank you guys for coming and pressing play on another episode of Diva Unfiltered. We definitely love you for listening, and we will catch you next time. Y'all be easy in these streets.